All right, get a copyright strike after a little bit. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog, coming with a quick from the car Freedom Friday. Guess what? It's like the biggest crisis of our lives. The dollar crisis versus the attention crisis. Now, listen. Why am I doing this? I watched some very in-depth documentary style YouTube videos from some folks, and I said, man, if they use at least 10% of this energy, 10% of this thought process to really solve like crimes, to really solve like pension funds, being depleted, to really solve some stuff, man, we'd have a whole different America. But we're so thirsty. We so thirsty for that attention, baby. We are thirsty. And I mean, in every way you can think of, there are people who I've been in conversation with, and there's the argument to be right, the argument to be the smartest person in the room. Now, I could sit there and drop it on them and be like, boo, I'm tested. I'm smarter than you. But in this society, everybody feels like, well, I have an opinion and my opinion matters. So right now I'm in my car, parked off where there were no cars, and now people want to pull up beside me because that's what they do in the military town. They park so far away and walk to the building. I mean, it just is what it is, right? So look, we have a dollar crisis and we have an attention crisis, right? The people, prime example, and I'm gonna go there, I have to go there, in a lot of red spaces. And let me clarify what a red space is. A Donald Trump space, a pro-conservative space, like who's paying taxes space. A lot of folks spend a lot of energy on stuff that don't matter. They be 55, 60, 75 years old talking about stuff that don't matter. Instead of going, hey, they're not paying our pension fund out. They're not paying our Social Security like they say. Let me get invested in what's going on. Let me get invested. Let me every day call a bunch of senators. Let me call all my friends and tell them to call a bunch of senators. Let me grow a community of people saying, hey, where the check at? Prime example, reparations, right? This is a game they playing in our face. They're just earmarking millions of dollars, almost $1 billion. I think it's already hit $1.5 billion money to Ukraine in this proxy war. Now, most people are like, hey, we support Ukraine, but we don't want to send $800 million, because they forget that $800 million came out of your pocket. It's taxpayer money. It's your money. So every time you go and you pay your property taxes, you pay your federal taxes, you pay your state taxes, and you complain when you're not paying attention, that's where your money going. That's where your money going. But see, most of us have a problem. Let me tell you what the problem is. We see the stuff on the news. We know something's wrong. We know something's off. But guess what? We want to get attention. We out here half naked on Instagram, thirst trapping at the gym. We out here talking about baby mama drama. I watched Diamond Dave's video the other day and I laughed because everything about what he said was absolutely true. Diamond Dave gives great commentary, but it's just the joke that Kim Newton, a wealthy football player, is giving relationship advice when everybody and their mom knows, and I'm gonna go here, who are the easiest men to trick on anything? It's football players and military men. They're just the easiest. I don't make the rules. It just is what it is, right? They don't have a record for making great decisions. Okay, they just don't. Okay, I may lose some of you in the conversation, but that's why I say when you hear these football players, these retired basketball players saying things that are essentially thirst traps, essentially looking for attention, essentially seeking attention, right? That's what they're doing. Seeking constant attention. Again, you have to understand these people are groomed from a young age. Middle school, when people start seeing they have some type of talent, some type of skill, they are pushed through high school. They are pushed through college. They are coddled. We have several family members who made it to play high-level football and also play in Canadian football. Guess what happened? 5th, 6th year of college, after they take red shirts and all this other stuff, they don't even have a degree. They don't even have enough qualifications to have a degree. Why? Because one, I'm going to take that onus on our family. I asked their parents, why weren't y'all paying attention to what they were taking at college? Well, they grown. They a grown man. You were there for every football game. In state, out of state, on the road. You were there. But you didn't know this man didn't have enough credits to graduate college. They just have him in every PE class available. This is the difference. We want that attention. We don't pay attention to the dollar crisis. The dollar crisis, and we can really spread this dollar crisis conversation out. The dollar crisis is when your family don't have enough food. The dollar crisis is when you can't figure out how you're going to pay your bills for the next 12 months. The dollar crisis is when you're talking about inflation and you're complaining about the price of food, but you don't want to investigate enough. Hey, where can I find local farmers? Where can I find local businesses? Where can I find local produce? Where can I join the local CSA, which is Community Supported Agriculture, so that we pay less money on food? Most people want the attention side of things, right? They want the attention side of things. Oh man, these prices is crazy. And then keep going to pay the prices. No research. The reason I brought up my cousin in football is the fact is that's a dollar crisis. This person is leaving. And this is part of why I want y'all to understand. I don't ever take anything sports people say serious. Never. I come from a cop military sports family. We have several young men who played all types of sports. Let me tell you, the people around them don't take it serious. The people who put them in position don't take it serious. They don't care about where these kids go after football. They barely care where these people go. If they don't make it to the NFL, they really don't care, right? If they make it to the NFL, they're going to keep following up and calling them like, hey, don't forget me now. Don't forget me. My cousin had a friend from our hometown down the street from us. He was in a dorm of 8 guys. Every guy signed on to the NFL except for him. He tried till he was 33 years old to get on a team, y'all. Every year he'd be on practice leagues, getting about $50,000 a year and hopping around. The girl he was with, he had twins with her. She was white. She was there for the NFL ride. She didn't realize she was going to have to stick with it for the non-NFL ride. She didn't realize that. She was upset about that. Finally, she broke up with him. She was, oh man, he ain't doing what he need to do. Because every year he's hopping around trying to get on these teams. Finally, their children are 11 years old. She keep coming back around like, baby, I ain't gonna make it. And I know we done broke up long time ago, but would you have me back? And they got married, and our family showed up into that wedding. But don't get it twisted. These these white girls waiting for you at the dorm ain't with you if you're not gonna make it. Now she didn't have no other choices, so now she back with you. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. People have a deficit when the dollar crisis hits them, and we're gonna use the blanket term for dollar crisis. Our dollar's not getting us as much money as we used to. When we go to grocery store, things cost more. Okay, when we want to go get a job, we complain the job's not paying us enough. Okay, it's gonna make people make choices that are against their attention crisis. They're gonna have to make a decision like, do I need this attention or do I need this money? Period. Right? Y'all would be surprised the emails we get. Yeah, Erica, I want to start a business. I ain't looked up nothing about starting a business, but I'm not a good employee, so I want to start a business. Let me tell you something. Don't do that. I'm going to keep telling y'all, go get more skills. I'm going to keep bringing on people on the channel. Go get a skill, go get a job. Because 90% of y'all want to just show up, do a little work, go home, get a check on Friday. Shit, I wish it worked like that for me too. Right? All right? Okay? So, most of y'all know that's your personality. That's where you are. Right? Or you want to just play around and do a side thing. Well, just play around and do a side thing. You dig what I'm saying? Don't sit here and say, I'm gonna quit my job when you don't even show up to your work. You be at your work on the phone all day. That's the amount of work you're gonna do for yourself. I've seen countless people, and I'm not gonna name the classes because I don't want no disrespect. Some of our different friends who've had classes, some have sold them for thousands of dollars, some have sold them for $200. And let me tell you something, let me be very honest with you. I've seen people take old boys class that was $200 and do more work and own more mobile homes and invest in more real estate than some people who've taken the $5,000 class. Let me say that again. I've seen people who take the $200 class and done more work and bought more properties and been more consistent in a 3-year window than people who took the $5,000 class. I've seen people take a $5,000 class and go, I'm so upset I gave this person my hard-earned money. No. You're upset because you decided not to do the work that goes with giving that hard-earned money. Okay? Just because you gave old boy or old girl 6, 7, 8 grand or 5 grand or 10 grand doesn't mean the next week you were going to be a millionaire. Right? It is what it is. People really got to get honest with themselves. There's 154 people here. Let's hit the like button. It's a Friday. I'm still in the Carolinas trying to get up out of here. But I want y'all to understand there's a dollar crisis versus a attention crisis. We want to get on the phone and BS all day. And when we do that, later in the week, we complain, man, we really ain't making the money we want. We can't retire like we want. What's going to happen? And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. A lot of people don't want to hear this. There's going to be a bunch of folks who get in their 50, 55. And I don't care what any of these black men on the internet tell you. I don't care what they tell you. Your body is not the same as a 25-year-old. Let that shit go. Every 50-year-old plus man I talk to, they out here fighting 25-year-olds in the middle of the street. They ain't doing that because they ain't got that energy. So you 50, 55, and you thinking, yeah, I think I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to go sit down. I'm done. And then you look up, you don't have any money to retire. You don't have the situation you want to retire. You're not set up to retire. There is no retirement. There's no retirement for you because you haven't set anything aside. You haven't done anything. I'm just being honest. This is what people are coming across. I'm going to be out here in these streets. Again, there's a black man. It went viral. I feel bad for the brother. He just tired. 60-year-old man. They got a 3-year-old running around and he's sitting there asleep like this. The 3-year-old is running around him and his young wife is recording him and laughing to my girl. He tired. Come on, man. You're 60 with a 3-year-old baby. There ain't, you know what you got to do. You're going to have to work another 15 years, okay? And you're gonna have to keep yourself up energy-wise. And so the video went viral. I think it's somewhat cute because the kid kind of don't know. The kid's just the dad is sleeping in a chair holding a toy, and the boy just keeps hitting the toy even though the dad's asleep. It is what it is. He's 60. It is what it is. But when you make these decisions, you know what I'm saying? You're already telling your body, hey, I want to do this thing. Because of whatever, attention, whatever you need the attention. I see y'all. Now you have to make a money commitment for the next 20 years for that. That's just the truth of it. And when you meet people who are like 35 to 45, I promise you, they get such good clarity. Like, ooh, I'm on a path that's not going to lead well. That's why y'all meet all these men that be 40 and like, new plan, new action, new man, second phase of life. Because he doesn't realize, hey, that's not it. You dig what I'm saying? Look, somebody said I'm 39 with a 3-year-old. I'm tired. I bet you are, baby. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My nephew's 6 this week. I took him out 3 times. I was like, woo, Jesus be with us, okay? Now, look, when we talk about starting businesses, every time I come on this channel, and I was supposed to have a video today, we moved it to Sunday for various reasons, staffing, all stuff. When people say, oh, Eric, I want to start a business because I need more money, I need more time with my family, it's a 3-year window. It's a 2 to 3 year window. Some people repeat year one of their business over and over and over again. The reason I went to Cardone Ventures, the reason I went to some of these trainings is I realized at some points I was repeating year 1, 2, and 3 of my business over and over again. When you really get these businesses under the strategy you want, you'll have a good staff of 3 or 4. And I keep telling y'all that, and y'all think I'm joking, but you'll literally have people who the amount of invoiced, like literally the emails that come to our inbox is over 300 to 400 emails a day of randomness. Okay? Randomness. If you don't have a staff to handle that randomness in an order and a system, you will go crazy. You will want to quit. You will not do your job well. You will not run your business well. I know people who have bigger channels than me. Just it's a madhouse. There's levels to this social media thing, and this is why I correct DJ the Money Coach. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm like, baby, if you on YouTube, you're a YouTuber. Like you're not. These are same businesses. You dig what I'm saying? And I tell him that, like, baby, if you on YouTube, you're a YouTuber. Let that shit go. That you're a brick and mortar business, and brick and mortar businesses are different. That's old. That's an old model. This is a true business model. This is the beginning of the funnel. This is if I'm cold calling y'all. I'm cold calling you from Erica's Classy Climb. Would you like to do business with me? Would you like to buy my products and courses? Would you like to come to my summer boat party? Would you like to come hang out? Would you like to come to Zanzibar with me? Would you like to come see me speak on stage in Panama? This is a business. This is a cold call. You're on the video with me for the cold call. You dig what I'm saying? You're on the cold call. You didn't realize it, but you're on the cold call right now. Okay? So this is a business. Okay? Right? Now you got to have systems once you get these people into the cold call. You in here with me. You don't realize 195 of y'all here. We doing a live cold call. That's what people were trying to play. Right? What's up, John? See you on the live stream Sunday. I appreciate you. This is a cold call. Okay? Right? And so once you do that part of the business, right? You in here now, right? People in here like, I don't know about her. I'm worried about her. I don't know. Right? You in the funnel. Now the staff has to make sure you go where the next step is. Is it to courses? Is it to this? Is it to that? Where is it? Or do you need to go? Do you need to buy products? Do you need to buy books? Do you need to book a call? Those are systems. It's just like when you go to your job and people are like, oh man, all these clients are tripping. I have the same thing here on the internet. It's a business. So when people say, oh, you're a YouTuber, you're a social media, you're an Instagrammer, don't disrespect these people. This is a business. Now, if somebody out here acting a woo-woo, acting a monkey fool, they may not be treating it like a business. They may just be out here lollygagging. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you do. I'm not disrespecting those people. But that's the attention crisis. So when you out here educating people on there's a money crisis and you have to get yourself skilled up. First things first, I'm having to convince you there's a price crisis. Then I'm having to get you into the funnel. And then I got to get you skilled up. And then once you're skilled up and you start yourself marketing to clients, marketing to people, then you realize, oh man, this is a business. This is a whole business, y'all. And a lot of folks say they want a business and they really don't, though. Because I literally, when I don't have staff, I'm doing the roles of 4 people at a company. Incoming, sales, marketing, calls, follow-up, customer service, accounting, admin, QuickBooks. This is all the stuff I teach y'all in my classes. I'm literally showing you how to run a business, right? There's a video old boy put out today called He's Broke. He's a millionaire, but he's broke. You know why? Because there's asset millionaires. A lot of people, as soon as they got this YouTube money, they ran and bought assets. So they have to do what? Keep doing these YouTube videos. Keep making them. So their assets do what? Cash flow for them. Okay, so in this problem we have in America, we're in an attention crisis, right? Where we're just doing anything for attention. You dig? Anything for attention. Woo. All right, this is the Cam Newton, the podcast, the men out here acting crazy, the things they doing out here. These are for attention. And you ask them, how are you converting this to money? Okay, that's the next level to the business. How are you converting this to money? When you have these podcasts, when you have these books, when you have all these things, sponsorships, affiliates, all this stuff. So now what you have is people awakening to the fact that these platforms are powerful and these are a business. Let's not be disrespectful. This is a business. Okay, this isn't me just playing on the internet. This is a business. Okay. These platforms are powerful. Okay. Inflation is coming. Oh no. I need to make money. Oh no. I need to invest. Oh no. Money crisis. So the line, I mean, I put verses in the title, but really it starts at an attention crisis. You go to work, you don't feel like you're getting enough attention. You go to somewhere else, you don't feel like you're getting enough attention. So you tell it's cool to be a business owner right now. It's cool. Gary Vee made it cool. Tim Ferriss made it cool. These people made it cool. Get attention. You get to speak on stages. You get to do all this cool stuff. right? Cool. It's really cool. But they didn't tell you about the back office stuff. They didn't tell you about all this other stuff you got to do. They didn't educate you like that. They didn't. They didn't. So you got these people out here doing things that are wild, radical, retarded. Excuse my language. What's a different word we can use for that? Attention seeking and not realizing the long-term effects on it. Right? There are several women, I could do a whole class on this. There are several women I saw that hit the fitness space, hit them 40s, had a baby late, and then segue to what? Motivational. Because, no matter how hot she looks at 45, she's still 45 out here in a sea of 25-year-olds who are doing fitness YouTube channels. So now she's hitting you with the motivation. Motivation. That's a business. It's a business slide. I talked about the other day, no disrespect, Melanie King was fitness, then was family, now is relationships after being divorced. It's all business. She has a face for marketing. It is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't hate on it, and I'm not a hater. And that's the difference. When y'all start making these hater businesses that require you to bring that nasty energy, okay, that nasty energy to the internet, that's the problem. They get here and they get stuck in these cycles of having to be nasty and having to be rude and having to dox each other and having to fight people. That runs short, because then they realize, oh shit, I gotta make this a business. How can I sell product, service, and get sponsorships on angry content? I can't. Affiliates don't want, listen, they could put 1,000 affiliates in their hater business description. And guess what? Their audience don't want that. Their audience wants the haterade. Their audience don't want to improve their life and better their accounting and get their money straight. They want to hate. Do you see what I'm saying? And what happens is they start learning that them hater audiences don't do nothing. So now I got to segue to something else. I better get back on that Dave Ramsey. I better get back on that money talk. I better get back on to improving my audience. There's a wonderful woman, Lynn Richardson. She's wonderful. I think she's 40s or 50s. I'm not certain. But she does a wonderful conversation on money, peace of mind, mindset. She does a wonderful job. I really want y'all to go check her out. And because this space is so big and there's thousands of channels, I literally stumbled upon her the other day and I was like, damn. Like, I think I stumbled on her maybe a month ago. And I told y'all about it on the channel, because that's how big the space is. It's big spaces. Right? Somebody said that's the dirty section of YouTube. It may be. It may be. I mean, but that's the thing. People, that's the problem. We have a money crisis versus an attention crisis. And if you could get a lot of these folks to, read a book, any book, right? They would do the math and go, ooh. Like, I tell y'all right now, I was in town. This is the military time. It was dead as a doorknob Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm talking about dead, baby, dead. Okay? Then Thursday coming around. Then Friday, everybody get paid. Everybody's out. So really, this economy in this town is a weekend business. On the weekends, they can run and do stuff. That's normal for military towns or towns that have a lot of government jobs. Now, I go over to Raleigh, right? I'm not in Raleigh right now, but you got a plethora of different types of jobs. So you got people out every day of the week, moving, shaking, eating, all that stuff. Same thing with Austin. Got a lot of money, but even I've noticed in Austin the slowdown from Monday to Thursday. Slowing down. Right? Right? Slowing down. Slowing down. So when you sit here and you try to explain to people what's happening, folks aren't even awake. People in their 50s and 70s, if I was a person who had a pension in any of these states, I would immediately, expeditiously be trying to figure out how to have a business long-term into my 70s, or some type of investment into my 70s. Like, a lot of people are selling you, yeah, you can buy business off these business owners. 9 times out of 10, the businesses you're buying off business owners, they're older. They don't want to do it no more. Their kids don't want to do it, or it's a headache in some format, so they're willing to sell it. Most people who have an easy breezy laundromat, easy breezy car wash, easy breezy stuff storage unit, they ain't trying to sell that. They trying to ride that to their 80s. Right? It's the businesses that give them a headache. It's the businesses they don't really want to run no more that are for sale. The businesses where the owner had a heart attack that are for sale. Businesses where something happened to them that are for sale. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Somebody said your brother just bought a tattoo shop. Listen, these people done tatted their whole damn bodies up. Pay attention to some of the minimalists that are online right now. The minimalists are doing what? They have very clean canvases, very blank, easy t-shirts, blank pants, no tattoos. Pay attention. Even in fitness, a lot of these fitness people, no tattoos. The fitness people that got the ridiculous amount of tattoos, they're always from California. That business model changed, right? It did. It was way big when a dude from Travis Barker, you know, that in the Blink 183 and in the 90s and 2000s and a little bit of the grunge was huge, but it changed. So these are the things I want y'all to understand. If you're telling me, oh, Erica, I hate working for my company and my boss and this, and I'll be like, well, I don't know if you want to start a business for yourself because you might hate yourself. Because now it falls on you. People don't want that responsibility. So I come on this internet every day talking about y'all just go get more skills. Y'all go get some of these certificates, these classes. Shit, apply for these jobs. Donald Trump applying for anything. Why can't you? There are people out here applying for jobs they are not qualified for. Going out there and do it too. Right? I'm trying to get y'all to see what's happening out here. But a lot of people, as we ride into a recession, you know, what you don't understand is once you build all this data, once I build all this platform, you know how many calls I get from marketing companies like, hey, you want to marketing this? You want to do that? I built the dragon. I've built the beast. Now it's just it's a marketing fest. Everyone has tattoos. I mean, again, you may see again and again, not everybody has tattoos. There is a trend if you pay attention on a lot of YouTube and social media where people have the blank canvas. People that want to be models, people that want to be Instagram, people want to be hand models. They ain't doing it. They're not tatting themselves up like that. There's a certain demographic, and it's mostly out of California, and I'll go there. California, Seattle, Portland, Oregon, biker gangs, people who want to feel excitement about their life, all that stuff, right? That's what's going on. Okay. Again, I put the Netflix already in my I put the Netflix already in my community section. Here's the thing. Y'all asking me about various little things, and that's fine. But here's the thing. We're in a money crisis. All these pension funds, pension firms, they put money in stuff, and Netflix is one of them, and Russia is one of them. International stuff is one of them. Everything they can put their money into, they did, right? To get what? Returns. So now we're going into a recession. Let's be honest, we already been in it. We're already in it. Now the definitions have changed and altered, but think about the way they describe inflation. They took rent out and food out. Last time I checked, and y'all just tell me in the comments, how do you know there's inflation right now? Do you know from your rent or do you know from your food? You can put rent or food in the comments. You can put rent or food in your comments. Just go ahead and show me that. Put rent or food in your comments. Because honestly, that's the number 1 and 2 indicators that there is inflation. It's not in your calculator. When they calculate inflation now, rent and food is not in there. So how can you tell, oh, well, inflation's not that bad in America? Is it 20% or is it not? Right? They're like, oh, inflation's like 7% in America. If you believe that, I got a bridge in China I can sell you. Okay? DD Creeper said, I'm in Mexico renting food. I don't even blink. Listen, even in Mexico, it's food and rent too. It's food and rent too. Rent's very cheap down there. But what I want y'all to understand is I have friends who are in Colombia and they told me how much their rent was. I was like, oh, $250, that's pretty good. And somebody told them, no, it used to be $125. Think about that. $125. That's why you listen. this is again, I want to explain the money crisis one more time. Okay. And I may not be doing a great job, and I apologize. You saw cyclical. It's cyclical, right? So maybe about 5 years ago on YouTube, all you saw was passport bros. Man, I'm living in Europe. Man, I'm living in Mexico. Yeah, I'm living in Thailand. I'm living down in the middle of nowhere, and I pay $100 for my rent and $100 for my food. I love it, right? Passport bros, yeah. Passport bro, and I'm traveling the world on $2. Okay, right? And so you saw all that. And then that cycle ran dry. Why did it run dry? One, you had the pandemic, right? People wanted to come home. Two, you had those people age out, right? You can be 22 years old to 27 years old and live on $2. You can do that. But 9 times out of 10, somewhere in that journey, you're going to start trying to look for meaning in life, look for a home. You actually can see on Bali channels, travel channels, a lot of those people tried to like buy a home in Bali because it was so cheap. And even if you watch a lot of those channels, end up moving back to Europe, London, United States, different places, right? Because they were what? Disconnected from what? A system. They were disconnected from ways to what? Market. They were disconnected from ways to what? Make money. Why? Because even if you do all this stuff online on the internet, it's still a business. You have to have clients, you have to have sponsors, you have to have affiliates, you have to have these things. All right, van life, exactly. I'm going there. So what changed about the travel bros, the passport bros? Like even the black dude that went over to Thailand, he in his 50s, and he's like, yeah, I'm living a dream. 2 months later, I got a girl pregnant, and I got a 3-year-old daughter, right? Which again is like, brother, you could have did that here in America, but hey, live your dream. Get that Thai lady pregnant. When you have that passport bro life mentality, there's cycles to it, and they don't realize that because their money, as they get older, will need to increase. Not always, but in most ways. So now you have this other switch, van life. Yeah, man, I'm traveling in a van for a year because I want freedom to travel. When you actually watch the channels and you actually study the people, they don't do that. They go to one city and park for a month. Then they go to another city for a month and park for a month. They go to another place and park for a month. They slow travel, right? When you see some of the travel folks now on the YouTube channels, when you see what are they doing? Park for a month, park for a month, park for a month, right? See some of the travel channels. Oh, I've been in Bali the whole month. Now I'm going to be in Belize for a whole month. Now I'm going to be in Mexico for a whole month. They ain't globe trotting and hopping and all. Their money is not long enough to do that. Okay. So the only reason they're allowed to go live so crazy in these countries because they have the American dollar. And the American dollar is being what? Almost like crumpled paper at this point. Not that bad, but it's getting close. Right? So now they realize, as this backpacker, this traveler, this van life person, I need to take whatever money I get coming into me and make it make sense. Because what is going up? Gas, food, housing. So even if they want to segue out of the van back into housing, back into the matrix of a 9-to-5er, woo, stuff went up. Woo, 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 right? So now, right? So now all the van life people are doing what? Going in the middle of the woods because they've traveled enough to see parts of the country. That is true on the Thai lady. Woo! Okay. They've traveled enough to see parts of the country. They're like, hey, I saw a $50,000 house back in this state I traveled through. Or I saw this $20,000 house in the back of this whatever, right? I saw this cheap property that I can go buy, right? That I can go acquire, that is a physical asset that may increase in value because of what? Inflation. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna buy that asset. So now you see this cycle continues where the fitness bros on YouTube all have supplement companies, t-shirt companies, something they're marketing and giving to you, right? What's up? Yeah, that, right? Okay. So then you see the van life people. I'm going to go buy a house in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't matter. I can make YouTube videos on building the house. The money I get from YouTube of you watching me build this house in the middle of nowhere or repair it in the middle of nowhere, I will take that money and I will travel and live my travel dream. When it's cold here, when I miss my family, whenever, whatever, right? Then you see the passport bros. Hey man, I got a family out here now, right? There's several passport bros channels where they got a whole family. That just is what it is. They've acquired a wife and kids, you know. Max Cheney is in Houston. He's a fitness dude, was in VA with t-shirts and clothing, came to Houston, Texas, where all his friends were, and realized once he got here to Houston, Texas, everybody's doing what? Recording cameras in their own little land, in their own little space, and in their own little relationships. And he was lonely. He kept saying, I'm lonely. I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. He's making all this money. He's buying $1 million house. Essentially, it's $1 million house now at this point. It was like 350,000 in Houston, or $500,000 in Houston, and he just did all this renovation to it. Found a girlfriend. It's basically saying he's gonna marry her. Everybody knows this. And people are in the comments. This is where we get back to the attention problem that we have. Yo, dude, there's no reason for a wealthy man like yourself to marry any woman. There's hundreds of them. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're happy and all that you got a girlfriend, but there's no benefits to wealthy men marrying women. Y'all, that is a tension-seeking comment. You want to be a contrarian. This man is wealthy. He has a home. He has not one but two big businesses that make millions a year, if not millions a month. He has a model, a former model, Miss USA or Miss Texas or whatever. And he gonna marry her. He's decided to be with her. He's gonna marry her. And you are in the comments thinking you are smarter than this man and telling him he's stupid. This is an attention crisis. We are in an attention crisis where you are on the internet telling someone who is smarter than you, who has a life result, who has multiple businesses, who are living well, that they are dumb. What they're doing is wrong, and they should totally listen to you. Y'all, that's an attention crisis. That is a delusional thing. You have Cam Newton, who has multiple children with strippers. Von Miller, finding a dirty foot bottom girl off Instagram. She looks like a girl you could pick up at the club tomorrow. I could pick her up. That's how crazy it is. And they're having children with these bottom foot dirty strippers. These like ridiculous people. And they're millionaires. There is an attention crisis. They're in an attention crisis. See, even somebody in the comments, he's gonna be giving up half once you get. Y'all, if you actually look at divorce rates for wealthy people, it's the lowest in the world. If you actually look up divorce rates for wealthy people, it's the lowest in the world. It's the lowest. It's the lowest. And college educated folks, it's the lowest in the world. I mean, literally reading the comments and knowing these people are not actually reading math, and that divorce rates are the lowest they've ever been. And they will be even lower. Why? Because we're in a recession. People can't afford to leave. This is where the delusion is so strong. This is where the delusion is so strong. Yep, Drake's baby mama. Some old retired Pornhub chick. It's an attention crisis. Because these same dudes can't move. You dig what I'm saying? They cannot move into spaces where people who've had money and have class and have played tennis in high school and go to Little League and volunteer and have associations go. Because they would not be the center of attention. Because people would look at them as an oddity. Do you know what I'm saying? Did you follow? That's how big the money crisis is. That you can be a millionaire, okay, and still not be in that upper echelon. Very low vibrational, very clear. Very low vibrational. Very low vibrational. But that's the problem we have. We have an attention crisis versus a money crisis. Dr. Dre gave $30 million to UCLA. Or was it, no, what's it called? Stanford? What is it? Where did Dr. Dre send his $30 million, y'all? Dr. Dre could have split that money, cost 3. Let's just be honest. 3. All right? All right? Yeah, speaking in positions they'll never be in. It's insane, right? He could have split that money, let's say 5. He could have gave $5 million to 5 to 6 historically black colleges. And they could have named whole buildings after him. They could have made whole courses after him across the Southeast. UCLA dropping $30 million UCLA when you have people dropping $100 million endowments. It's nothing. Right? And that's an attention crisis. You want to be seen in California, where he lives in California, as the big dog. But he's really a small dog in a sea of big doggers, bigger big dogs, when he could have been the man. Every year these places had homecoming, they roll out a Dre statue somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's an attention crisis and a money crisis. Right? You know, and I know these communities need more money. Right? I see some of y'all comments. A school he never attended. Yeah, a school he never been to. He want his children to go to. I mean, it's silly, right? It's just silly. We have an attention crisis when, you know, I brought it up yesterday and I'm bringing it up again. David Harris Jr. and there's several people that do it just like him. I'm not knocking them. It is the actual Instagram strategy where they keep just finding clips of violence and then they comment on the clips of violence and put it up on the screen for you to react. And so then people every day get up and they're rage mobbing. Did you see this? Did you see this? Or every time I come on, my family's like, did you see this on the TV? Did you see this on the TV? And you go, let me see. It's some trash stuff. All right. Thank you, John. The definition of numeracy, the ability to understand and work with numbers. This is the most important skill to learn. It has nothing to do with raw math ability. There you go. Right? And so you're sitting here. Okay. You're sitting here and you're watching people who are waking up every day that there is a money crisis. How do they know? You guys ought to just accept average dudes, man. We're only making 40K out here, man. Like, not that I need to make more money in an economy where the inflation is 20% plus. Dude, like, get off me. You're wanting too many things. Right? And I always say this, and people say Eric, you're being sexist, and I'm going to go ahead and say, maybe I am. I believe if you're a man, the ability for you to make $1 million is at least 30 times easier than a woman. I think your ability to go be a millionaire in like 7 years or less, honestly, 5 years or less, is 10 times easier than a woman. Maybe sexist. I may be saying something that's sexist, and that's okay. Y'all can go ahead and tell me. Most women, most studies of women, they only want to get enough money to care for what? Their family, their immediate circle, their life. Most men want to like take over a state, okay? They want to take over a county. Different levels, different energy. So y'all may call me sexist, and I'm okay with that, but I really do believe that. Like, if you're a man in America, and this is why people are so hard on men in America, you pretty much can go on out and do 10x in 3 years, and no one questioned it. You literally, I watched the thing where somebody asked, who was it? They asked if they want a baby. I think they asked Mary J. Blige, did she want a baby? I have yet to see them ask any of these male artists, do they want a baby? I remember there was a CEO was talking about how if there was asked him what was his regret, and he said that we never had children. And the people were like, man, you're 55 years old, you're rich, you're extremely rich, you can go have children today. And he was like, oh, no, man, no. I don't want to mess up my situation. Now he's married, but he made a decision somewhere along the road not to have kids. And it was like it caught the interviewer off guard so hard. They were like, oh, so like, well, do you want to go adopt? Do you want to have children maybe in a year or two, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the interviewer hadn't even thought of that as a question for that man that is a multi-millionaire, company investor owner. Never thought to ask it. Women, ask it. DeSantis. But this is the thing. I want you to understand this. And so when I talk about women business owners, and I think I've said this on this channel several times, me and Terry were kind of joking in a conversation, this is years ago, that we are single women. We don't have someone paying our rent, paying our bills. We don't have parents paying our bills. We're actually having to maintain a business, grow it, and also take care of ourselves. This is this is so stressful, it's beyond measure. You will literally have women on here talking about, girl, I'm a 6-figure businesswoman. And you go, wait a minute, are you married? Yeah. When you start growing your business, well, my husband let me grow my business and let me quit my job. And it's a whole different conversation. If you're a man out here and you started a business and grew it from scratch, You 9 times out of 10, you didn't have somebody holding your hand, holding you up. So I make very big distinctions on when people are saying stuff for attention. And I'm a women business owner, and I do. Girl, you've been married 15 years. Your husband paid all your bills. He gave you the startup money to start your business. Girl, bye. Stop it. Versus an actual money crisis where you're like, hey, I'm about to be homeless. I better sell the hell out of these courses. I better sell the hell out of these speaking engagements. There's one girl, I can't name her name on the internet, but she spoke at every weekend for like a year. And I was like bringing it to her friends. You'll see her shit. She's speaking every weekend. What the hell's going on? She had like legal trouble. Didn't know it. She was speaking at every event, every weekend. I saw her all over. And you know, most people like, that's really good of her. She had legal trouble. Right? And so you do what you got to do. But that's the difference when people sit here and try to talk to me about business, and really they just want attention. They just want to come on YouTube and talk about women and barbershop talk, and they just want a little attention. They want somebody to see them and hear them. We're not the same. We aren't the same. If you don't get up out my face, yeah, exactly. Like, we ain't even close to the same. We're not doing the same thing at all in any capacity. And so that's why I laugh when people are like, well, I do business to business sales or business to consumer. Baby, you're selling. We're all selling. There's a great book, Grant Cardone. I know y'all be mad with him. Sell or be sold. When you get up in the morning, you are selling your spouse on the ideal of y'all staying married. When you are coming home, you're selling your kids on the ideal they need to listen to what you say. They need to eat their dinner, clean their room, wash their body. I have nephews, like literally the arguments for boys to get in the shower is like a struggle. Get in the shower. You stink. It's like, okay, maybe later. No, you stink now, right? You're selling people on this ideal. So when you go out of your house, people have decided to sell people on an ideal. When they go to work, they sell themselves on they got to get them to go to work. Oh man, when they buy a car, I gotta have this car. They're selling themselves on the idea to buy the car. Now, not only are they selling themselves on the idea to have a car, they go to the dealership and the dealer's trying to sell them on the idea of that car. So every day when you come out here, people are literally mentally deciding, you know what I want? I want attention versus money. There's a money crisis. The pensions are falling apart. The investments are falling apart. The inflation's out of control. But we literally have people out here like, you know what? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no business. I ain't really that smart. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about relationships. Because guess what? They don't have to have real results in their life to show anything. And this is something my trainer says all the time. Hey, don't hate the message. Don't hate the messenger. Listen to the message. Diamond Dave did a really good example yesterday. Would you listen to Malcolm X if he was white with blue eyes? No. You'd be like, man, this man crazy. Who gets a hard flack for that? Sean King. We be calling him Talcum X. Why is Talcum X out here talking crazy about black people issues? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so again, as I try to wrap this up, there's a lot of people out here that y'all think are geniuses. And I will just tell you, the only thing about them that is a genius is that they're consistent. They consistently make money. They consistently produce a product or service. They consistently try to clean up the back office. And that is why. Right? Right? Thank you. Steve Harvey had to do stand up for years after his former accountant. Yep. Cashed his RS checks and spent them. Yes. And I've actually listened to several different accountants talk about it. They've been very weary to talk about it online and saying they aren't shocked and they aren't surprised. I've even had family members who they had to go back and pay $18,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 after they found out their accountants did some shady business. Right? This stuff happens. This is not uncommon. I will tell you, people out here promoting these big refund checks. No. A lot of money in the next 4 years is going to be in resolution, right? Go check anybody's account page. Don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you because I'm literally like neck deep in talking accountants all the time. Resolution is where they're going to make all the money the next 5 years. Because resolution is where you fix someone's tax return, where you fix a problem, or you talk with the IRS as a mediator with them. Hey, my client did this, and that, and their tax return is wrong. There's going to be a lot of money in that. Millions, if not billions. Honestly, billions. Because of what? PPP, We had people getting kicked out of their apartments, lawsuits, all kind of stuff is gonna go down the next couple of years. So I want you to understand, like, even Steve Harvey out here. Thank you. It don't make no sense. The one thing that really remember when Oprah used to come on her channel, on her TV show, and talk about kids, and people be like, and Oprah be like, well, I don't have kids, but I have dogs. I have I have dogs, right? And so same thing. When I hear a teacher or a daycare worker talk about kids, I'm okay with that because they deal with kids. They looking at your kid more than you are. Okay, they almost the damn third parent sometimes, unfortunately, sadly. And so it's like this, there's no back checking, there's no fact checking. These accountant channels, say what you want about these accountants and IRS channels and real estate channels. These people have to show you something. We have to show you something. We can't just tell you, we have to show you something. Yesterday, a DJ Money coach showed like a huge deposit for that apartment complex. You know what I mean? And you have to show people stuff. That's just all there is to it. Sorry. Exactly. So I've talked about zombie businesses several times, but that's what we have. That's why I keep saying it's a money crisis, because these pension funds are putting their money into places and then they dig back the curtains and it's a straight, oh shit. Oh, it's a shit show, right? You know what I mean? Like, there again, when you figure out that California would pretty much, if they didn't sell their shares, lost $1 billion out of the Netflix deal. When you see these companies, I mean, again, there's a great book called The Alternative Investor. I think that's what it is. It's a red book. Y'all, why I talk about having a plethora of investments, not just stocks, not just real estate, different investments that you can kind of spread it out, like 10, 15 different types of investments, is because no one thing should take you down. Now, when people say, well, Erica, what if the whole economy crashes, the stock market, the real estate market, everything crashes? But guess what? The guy or girl who has $100 million in real estate and 50 million sitting in the stock market, or 50 million sitting up in a bunch of land, he's not going to be homeless. He's not going to be homeless. He's going to be fine. Thank you. Love Grammy posting crash every day. Yeah, you know why? Because it gets you guys. Oh no, there's a crash. Oh no, there's a crash. Again, what's gonna happen if there's a crash? You still gonna be people going to work. I would invest more money into Ring camera stock, right? Because it's gonna go through the roof sales. Everybody and their mama gonna have a Ring cam on their house, surveilling, right? Cameras surveilling their house. Um, Security companies. I invest in security companies. I invest in security government contracts. I would create a security company, shit, and get a government contract on it, right? Because that's literally how bad it is. Again, I made the comment about money crisis versus attention crisis. At a school, I'm not gonna. I'll save that for when my guest comes on later this week. There are incidents happening in schools between teachers and students, and a lot of child abuse. And parents are treating these schools as freaking daycares because it costs so much to think of an alternative answer. I am saying this and I say this now. I will never have my child in a public school system. It's going to be the leftover problems in every community, unless you're in a master plan community. Even then, I'm going to be up there to school all the time. They're going to be like, damn, I wish Miss Williams stay up out of here. She worrisome. Because what you're coming down to is you see a lot of people that don't have to work won't work. People that are in dire straits, financial issues, are going to work. And they're going to work anywhere that people will accept them. So where's a place that people go with low skill? Not always, but it's schools. Schools and hospitals. Hospitals always need low skilled people doing random things in the hospital. Schools always need low skilled people doing random things in the school. Not that teachers are low skilled. Not that the cafeteria lady is low skilled. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But at the end of the day, these schools are going to be so desperate for people to work. Our friend's mom, her sister She has 3 boys in a private school. As part of her divorce, the husband paid for the alimony. Well, the school prices went up, and he was like, well, look like they're going to have to come out of that private school. She went up to the school and said, listen, what position do y'all have where I can get a discount so my kids can stay at the school? They had her a job in 2 days. Like, I don't know if she's an office administrator or something at school. The kids were embarrassed because the mom at the school now working at the private school. But it's like, baby, this is real money crisis. Once I got this divorce, I can't just sit at home. Your daddy ain't paying them many bills. Paying for this school and this house. Everything else is on me. So she took her butt up there and she works at the private school. So you'll see a lot more of that. You'll see a lot more of these moms working at the private school. When I went to school here in Fayetteville, there are 3 or 4 moms that are working right up in that front desk area. Because schools are a place that need people. They need bodies. That's just the way you want to say it. They need people and they need bodies and they need people in them positions. The schools don't run well on low staff. But they'll pick anybody to be staff. I mean, we could literally I can make a whole separate YouTube channel and it'd be horrible of just the violence that happens in schools between teachers and students and security guards and assistants. Like, I can make a whole YouTube, like somebody here in chat, you can pull that up. You could make a whole YouTube channel and make money, like the police channels, off of some kind of violence at a school and a student. Like, there's thousands of reports every year. And when y'all treat these schools like babysitter centers, that's what happens. So look, we on the last 5 minutes. Ask whatever questions y'all have. Again, the boat party tickets will be in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and get them on out this weekend. Boat party tickets gonna be out. The digital real estate next week. In the digital real estate class, we're going to have audiobooks, and I'm creating one this week. Literally create a book with a ghostwriter. Okay, I got the hookup on all of it. Ghostwriters. Get the book turned into an audible book and get put on 6 different platforms so you can get paid 6 times a month off from the 6 different platforms. I'm not gonna give you that. You have to go to class for it. And the reason I'm doing this live training is because I'm realizing, like, I'm gonna give you all the game. Like, this is the point. I built my business to a point where I can just keep going back into any of my classes and keep adding value. That's my choice. I can just keep doing that. Keep adding value. Keep adding value. Keep adding value. Because at that point it's easy to do. So you got a $27 course, but by the time I'm done working on it and to it, it'll be worth $150. It just will be, right? Or if you got a $200 course, $300 course, by the time I'm just adding value to it, it's probably a $2,000-$3,000 course. All right? You saw Sub-Zero came through. When he first had his course, it was $400 for the whole course. There are multiple students of his that went on to make $150,000 a year. So do you think the course price gonna go up? Yes, it is. Somebody can take you from making $30K a year, which is what people make on average, to making $150K a year. They're not gonna be cheap. That's just truth, right? When Kamoy's class was $197, y'all was playing. Now it's $497. Y'all like, wait a minute. See, it was $197. It was $397. Now it's $497. They have hundreds of students to show that their products and services work. So again, when I'm sitting here offering this to you, when I'm in Belize later this year, when I'm having my surgery and I'm recovering, I'm not playing with y'all this later this year. I'm not playing with y'all. Can't talk to me. I'm gonna be busy. I'm being out of the country. Listen, y'all better be at the boat party because your girl's going on vacation afterwards. Okay, boat party August 19th and 20th. Winery, 100, maybe 120 max at the winery. 40 tickets only for the boat because I'm saving 10 for my friends and for them people that you always love to see and hear and talk. But they'll be at the winery as well. So we'll have that winery locked down. Wine's on me. Food's on me. I think we're having like fish and steak, all kind of sides, salads. There's been people asking, is there a vegan menu? Fill out that job form. We'll pick you up in the bus. The bus will pick, it's a very nice bus too. Electric bus picks y'all up, drop you off at the winery, takes you back from the winery, because I don't want y'all here drinking and driving in these hills of the Austin Hill country. And on the way back for the boat party as well, they're going to pick up and they're going to drop off. So, I'm going to end it the summer in a big old blast. Y'all going to love it. Y'all going to enjoy it. And I hope you guys show out. This is the year. Like, I'm not even being funny. If you in any of my classes and then the challenge to the digital real estate students, 50 affiliates by Cinco de Mayo. If you're confused at any point in the video, rewind the video. Watch the video again. 50 affiliates by Cinco de Mayo. So let me read the last stuff and get on out of here. There's 450 people in here right now. Hit the like button. It's free. The likes are free. You ain't gotta buy nothing. Hit the like button for free. You know Oprah will always say something. You be looking at Oprah like, hush, girl. Ring camera stock, anything, security stock, anything. You want to be honest about art? I feel like art is where people money launder. I love art. Don't get it twisted. I love art. But I feel like people be money laundering through art. Yep. I know. Listen. I really want y'all to understand. Some of y'all don't understand what tax evasion is and money laundering is. The NFT game and all that stuff, a lot of that was people moving their money from taxes, their money from, I could go on to a whole nother thing, but I ain't got to. Even if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'd rather have access to protect myself. People be on them. You better have a bunch of pews that are valuable, and if nothing happens, guess what? You can sell some of those pews. I hired a property trying to charge for repair, which their contractor didn't complete. Who can I file a complaint with? Please help. Every real estate attorney I ask doesn't do litigation. Valerie Steele, again, what state? What city? If I were you, I'd immediately log on to biggerpockets.com. And I would say, hey, in this state, I'm in this particular state, and this property manager did this in this particular state. Can someone help me? It depends. You know what I mean? That's a small claims court, really, but that's another conversation. Smash the like button. Honey, listen. I was in public school teacher for 9 years, and I know my children be homeschooled. It's bad out here. Listen, y'all think I be exaggerating. I know y'all think I be dramatic on y'all in here, but I'm really being honest with you. Like, how bad it is in the public school system is not a joke. It's just not a joke. It's really the place where leftover kids are gone. Now, not every school. There's gonna be somebody, no, my public school wins awards. Okay, yeah, whatever, boo. For sure. But a lot of places is just a leftover place, and it'll be dangerous. So it's absolutely sad. Listen, I be thinking that too. I be like, girl, y'all leaving these men, y'all ain't got no plan. Y'all better get it together. Hold on, my little stand is falling down. Listen, you will be shocked. You be shocked. You already know that. Thank you. Look, listen, y'all think I'm making this up. Go out here. There's a lot of parents who work at the schools, clean the schools, so they can get a discount. This is facts. Don't do y'all like that. She bad? She must be bad. How can you get into what? The digital real estate class? Or how do I get into on the book class? That is the digital real estate class. Clicks to currency. Use the Easter code, word Easter, for $200 off of the class. Now you can go into the class. It's going to be in the description. It's true. It's true. I'm going to have it pinned to the top comment under this video is over. How do I get a zombie business? Listen. I want to do a whole thing about zombie businesses, but I'll save it. Boat party. I'm telling you. Last month we had to stop parents from fighting. Listen, y'all. Listen. I got somebody coming by who's gonna talk about public school system. No, not a BBL. See, y'all ain't shit. I'm really not in a BBL. No. No BBL, no liposuction, no breast job. No. None of that. But that is hilarious, Steve. Thank you for the laugh. What are the dates for the boat party? August 19th and the 20th, Friday night. We're gonna be in that bad boy from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Plushes, live music, gonna set it off, food. I'm gonna have a few of the sponsors. I've already got, y'all ain't gonna lie to y'all. We got 7 sponsors coming through. They're gonna be fun. But we got a lot of local folks. The Irish are not playing out here. I ran down the assets of a new client. The man owns multiple car washes, a dealership, a club, and now a new business, a service for restaurants. They're not playing. They're not playing. Yes, I'm gonna try to be in Mexico in September for the Nomad conference. If my surgery, I think, is a little bit after that conference. I have to look at the dates again, but yeah, easiest way to catch me is gonna be the boat party. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying they need the link. I'm gonna put the links in the description after this renders. Again, y'all, this is the year. We've already listen. We received 500 emails. We have them in a whole category box. We literally emailed everybody. I think tomorrow we'll email everybody that's in the category. We put them in the. We segregated the emails of everybody who asked about the boat party. We put them in the email. It's 500 different people. We're emailing everybody. They gave it to the YouTube membership people first. The email list got it today. Some of the email lists got it today. We have 15,000 people on the email list. Some of y'all got it today. Some of y'all didn't. The links are there. Check your spam. Check your promo box, because once we put it on YouTube and we put it out here, it is what it is. You just gonna have to. You get a ticket, you get a ticket. We just can't do a 200 people and 2 boats and all this stuff. That's crazy. We ain't doing all that. We're doing 40 tickets for the boat and 120 people total will be at the winery. Yep. I would not believe, Marie, I believe you. I believe you. Listen, I believe they come to work high. I would understand it. I know public school teachers who saw first graders stomping a squirrel to death. Honey, and that boy's in class now going to be torturing people. I don't have the link for that. The link is working. Listen, I told y'all, like when we sent that email out, we got 75 emails. I tried to buy and it ain't working. I'm like, Enrique, like, I don't know what's wrong. I didn't do anything. We had to send the link back out. I'm not playing with y'all. It sells out, it sells out. And I appreciate everybody who comes. We just can't get a bigger boat. We can't find a bigger double-decker boat. That's the biggest boat we could get. It's going to be like 55 of us on that boat. Okay? That's as big as I can get it. DJ is going to be there. Tim Jackson, if you've noticed, he's going to be a parent. So there's some people that can't make it because they're literally having babies. These summer babies ain't no joke. But DJ should be there. And then literally 2 days later, me and DJ turn around and fly to Zanzibar with 20 people. So, yeah, I think I'm joking how crazy it's going to be. It's going to be a crazy year. So get in where you fit in. And I hope to see you guys out here. But this is your girl, Erica, Classicon Blog. East Digital Real Estate class. Use the code Easter, $200 off. Okay. Your girl is practicing swimming every other day because in this year's boat party about me jumping off the slide. You know, last year nobody did it. 2019 nobody did it. But Andrew did it and Kira did it. I'm gonna slide off the slide, and that's how we're gonna end the video in the recording for the boat party. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you guys have a great time. It's gonna be crazy. So for sure. Listen, you got this, Journey to Jasmine. Thank you. That is the ring ticker. Yeah, we got a couple different things. So listen, look in the comments. I'm going to pin it to the top when you guys are in the video. 200, 400 people are still here. Hit the like button. Later.